Hello aspirants, welcome back. So in this video, we'll be discussing the TCS Ninja interview experiences of two candidates who have attended the interview very recently. Okay, so I've made a playlist where I've explained my personal experience and experience of different candidates of Ninja, Digital and Prime roles. All the links I've put in a playlist, and that playlist link I'm putting in the description. If you're preparing for any of those, you can check it out. And if you're attending for TCS NQT exam, which is a written exam of aptitude, reasoning, verbal and all, I've made a playlist where I've explained aptitude, reasoning, and verbal previous year questions in Telugu especially. That playlist also I'll be putting in the description. If you're preparing for written test, you can check that playlist. Fine. Let's get into the video without any delay. So this person has attended the interview at Sri Krishna College. Wait, let me go into the slide. This person has attended the interview in Sri Krishna College in Coimbatore. Okay, so the questions asked to that person is first one, tell me about yourself, and second one is project. These are main questions that almost every student will be asked in the interview. Okay, so tell me about yourself and about your project is the first thing that you need to prepare. And if your project is something related to artificial intelligence, machine learning, web development, app development, whatever it is, then try to be a little more attentive to that. Okay, learn more about the algorithms that you're using. Try to learn more about where else can you use these algorithms apart from this application, and what are all the alternative algorithms, and why didn't you choose that algorithm and all. Okay, they might ask you questions from that as well. So I'm not telling project take it light if you're not from these domains, but if you're from this domain, try to be more careful about it. Okay, and then this person have mentioned about the freelancing in his resume. Okay, so what are the solutions you gave in your freelance works? And you mentioned Firebase. In Firebase, did you use it for authentication? That was the question. And what are the React hooks? Okay, so this person might have mentioned about React in his project or the resume. So if you are a person who are going to mention about React, make sure that you're good with this. Okay, so what are React hooks, and what is virtual DOM? Okay, what is virtual DOM? And do you had to create a class to use a hook in React? Use history. Okay, so this is the question asked, and the eighth question is, what is the most recent movie that you have watched, and why? Why did you like it, or did you like it or not? These might be the questions that can be asked. I've heard from two or three candidates also that tell about a movie that you have watched recently, tell about your favorite thing to do, what's your favorite hobby. Try to be a little bit attentive to that as well. If you mention you like to listen songs, they might even ask you that tell me one song that you like, or why do you like only that song and all. Okay, so if you have mentioned about something related to hobbies or whatever all of these, then make sure that you are at least putting that in your mind. Whatever if they'll ask you, you'll just have to answer it immediately without thinking. Okay, so if you're putting that in your resume, or if you're putting that in your self intro, then make sure you have a name in backup. Like if they'll ask you about your favorite song, you should tell a song and try to give a little justification of why you like the song. For example, you're telling a movie. Why do you like the movie? Maybe because of the screenplay, maybe because of the actors, of the storyline, and how the way it is inspiration to the new upcoming generations, or whatever you're learning from that movie, whatever the segment, or it's a thriller and it gives you really good high when you're watching that movie and all. Whatever the reason you might be having, you'll have to be good with that. Without fumbling, you'll have to answer that. Okay, and one thing I've heard from different candidates is they are suggesting the candidates to be calm and cool, because the students are literally shivering there and getting tense, getting nervous, getting sweats and all. Okay, do not worry much about it. Most of the interviewers will be friendly only. How much confidence you're carrying, how much well you're answering is what matters the most there. Okay, even if you don't know some of the answers, it's fine. Maybe to an extent they might help you, or they'll at least ignore that fact. But if you're tensed, and if you're not answering well, and if you're not confident with whatever you're telling, or you're just mumbling and you're not telling your words properly, then that's a really negative point for you. Okay, so whatever you're telling, be tension free, be confident, and just tell them. No problem, it's okay. Okay, and then tell me about something that you feel so proud about yourself. Okay, so that question this person was asked, and related to this only, whatever the answer that person have told, they have derived some other question from that, and they have asked some other question related to this only. Okay, and then tell me about your family. This question was also asked to me. Okay, tell me about your family, whoever are there in your family, what are the work they are doing and all. Okay, so this question also they can ask. Fine. So why would you want to choose TCS? So HR round, especially TCS questions is very important, like who is the chairman, who is the CEO. Recently I've not observed that nobody has asked about all of these recently. Previous while attending to the interview, I also went through few of the videos, and there I've seen that they have asked about TCS, like who is the chairman, who is the founder and all. But after my interview, I've observed that none of the students mentioned about that. But it's okay, spend 10 minutes of time and just learn about TCS, what are the project that it's involved, and what's the turnover, who's the CEO. Just 10 minutes is enough. Go to Wikipedia and learn a little bit about it. It's fine. Okay, why do you want to choose TCS, and do you have any other offers? Why should we hire you? And how would you contribute to the company? I was asked about this in the HR round. Okay, how would you contribute yourself to the company if you were given a chance to join and all. Okay, and I was also asked different questions that I forgot to mention it in my personal experience video, but I'm telling it now, that my team lead asked me that is it more important to have a good teamwork or to be using good technologies when you're working on a project. Okay, which I said that both having a good team and working on good technologies, both are very important, both are two pillars for that. But she told only one you will have to tell. Okay, so this similar question also they might ask you. I forgot to tell in my experience video. So just go through about this. Okay, fine. And then what's your major goal in your life? Okay, how do you see yourself in 5 years, and what's your short term and long term goal? These are some of the questions you'll have to see. Okay, this person was asked about what are your major goals in your life. Okay, and then what are the media queries used for? How will you use in CSS? So this person have might have mentioned about web development. So this person was asked about HTML and CSS questions, and one among that is what are the media queries used for? How will you use in CSS? And the other question is what is the use of HTML head tag? Head tag. Okay, so these were all the questions asked to this candidate. And one thing that I want to tell you is whatever you're mentioning in the resume, be well prepared with that, but tell in a confident way. Fine. Let's go to second candidate's experience. Yeah, so this person have given the interview in Gandhinagar region, and the first question is introduce about yourself, and this person has introduced about himself really well, and this person have mentioned about Git related in the self intro. So they have asked Git related questions. Um, in that some were right and some were wrong. This person have told some right and some wrong. This person is sharing in through comment. Okay, and then second one is SQL query for second highest salary. Okay, this question I have seen in many students experience. Okay, so this is very important. They might ask you to write a query related to second highest salary. I have gone through experiences of different candidates, and most of them whoever have said that we were asked about a query, this was the question that was most repeating. So make sure that you're learning about this really well. And coming to questions, general questions, joins, they have asked about joins very much. Okay, and oops concept also they have asked mostly about inheritance and polymorphism. Oops concept, even if you have not mentioned in the resume, you will have to learn about that. Okay, at least basics. If you do not know at least basics, go through basics. Okay, so queries, they are asking this second highest salary thing. This is very important. And if you're a beginner in SQL, I've made a video where I've explained 10 simple SQL questions that were mostly asked in the recent times. Okay, so go through that video. I've told you, no, TCS interview series, in that itself the SQL video is present. In that I've explained in Telugu in one video and in English in another video. If you want in Telugu, you can check that Telugu video, or if you want in English, you can check that English video. Fine. And then this person have answered about this one. The TR was impressed, and the second question was to write this in even better way. Okay, this person have told, I do not know any other approach for this one, this is the only approach that I know. Okay, and then what is indexing in SQL? This question also I've seen, I think once or twice in the previous experiences and also indexing in SQL, go through this person do not know about this, so this person haven't answered about this. And what projects have you done and what challenges did you face and how did you solve them? This was the fifth question that was asked. This person was explaining about the two projects that this person have done. It was related to e-commerce, so who are the users, what are the technologies and all he was explaining. So suddenly the interviewer stopped and asked that, okay, this is fine, what are the challenges faced, tell about that. Challenges faced in the project is also one of the most important things. How would you manage the team, what are the challenges faced and all, and what's your role in the project? These three are the most important questions for MR manager might ask you these three questions very importantly. What are the algorithms used? Why you used only this algorithm? Why not the other algorithm? These are some of the most important and mostly repeated questions. So go through that well. Okay. And then this person have mentioned about the challenges faced during front end development and all. So they have asked how did you resolve it? So this person have told that this person have used ChatGPT and YouTube. Whenever you're telling that, they might ask you, did you copy the code from GitHub? Did you copy the code from Kaggle? Did you copy the code from ChatGPT? Did you do the project by asking ChatGPT? Do not mention yes. Okay, you might have taken help from ChatGPT. I'm not denying the fact. Okay, but you should not tell them. You'll have to tell them that you have taken experiences from your seniors or your guide, and you have also approached some of the Google, YouTube and all. You have taken the help of ChatGPT, but do not tell them that whatever the doubts I have, I just approached the ChatGPT gave answered, I have just corrected the challenges and all. Do not just tell them. They'll think that you're not interested to learn about the mistakes that you're doing. You're just asking an AI and the AI is giving the answers and you're just implementing it. That is the way they will think about you. Okay, so tell them, have approached my guide and my other friends as well who are in that particular field, who are working in that particular project, and I've gone through some other articles and all in Google and all and YouTube. Along with that, I've also taken the help of AI tools like ChatGPT with some small corrections and rectifications whenever I had no time or whatever. I'm just telling you just an example of how to mention ChatGPT in a really small way. Okay, do not tell that ChatGPT is your sole helper in your project. Just tell them it's just a side help for you. Okay, fine. So that is what my personal opinion about that is. Okay, and then the MR manager asked about what AIML's others model that you know. Okay, what are the other models regarding AIML that you know? This person didn't understand the question really well at that time, so couldn't answer that. Okay, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Fine, as I've already told you, what are your goals and how do you see yourself in 5 years and what is your long term goal, short term goal? These questions they might ask you. Okay, and then HR questions. First thing is about relocation. Okay, are you ready to relocate and what are your preferences? Okay, which city are you ready to work with? Which is your preferred city to work with? Okay, and then this person was told about bond. Okay, if we might give you bond, so are you ready for that? So this person have told that yes, I'm ready for the bond and all. Okay, do you have any questions that interviewer has asked? And this person have asked three questions from himself. Okay, so this was all about the interview experiences of these two candidates. And my personal suggestion for people who are very nervous about the interview and all, do not worry much about that. Whatever you have put in the resume, be well aware of that. Whatever you're telling in the self intro, be well aware of that. And while explaining your projects, explain it really well. Do not fumble, do not just mumble there. Just tell them confidently. And if you don't know the answer, tell them confidently that I'm not much aware of this right now, but I'll look about it after finishing the interview. Whatever you want to tell, just tell, but do not tell them the wrong answers. Even after you know that that is the wrong answer, they won't catch me. Do not think it in that way. This is my project, I know about the project, they do not know about the project, then I'll just simply lie. Okay, they are very seniors to us in that particular field. Okay, so do not just tell them the wrong answers, just tell the truth there. Okay, but do not be so much true over there. Okay, I've taken the help from the chat gpt, the entire project was done by the chat gpt. Do not tell things in that way. Okay, and if they are asking some questions related to something which you're not much confident with, then try to mold it in a way that you're taking it into the things that you're confident with. For example, they are asking about your project is based on AIML and Python. You're not much confident with AIML, you're confident with Python. They have asked about something related to AIML in your project. So what you'll do is just talk about the topic a little bit and then turn it into your Python thing. Okay, Python, whatever you have used for that thing, turn into that. So they will derive the question from that itself. So Python, some small question they're asked. From there, you can continue with the Python thing. Okay, try to mold your interview with whatever the concepts that you know. Even if the interview is not ready with this molding and all, then just admit that you do not know about this. You'll definitely read about it and all. Okay, do not much stress about it and carry all your documents really well. Go there and just express yourself, whatever you know, just tell them. And after the interview, do not worry much about the results and all. Fine. So I hope you crack your interview really well. All the very best for your interview. And in our channel, I'll be discussing aptitude and reasoning previous year questions of different exams, of competitive exams like bank exams, railways exams, and company exams like Cognizant, TCS, Accenture previous year questions and all. So if you are a person who want to learn aptitude and reasoning, especially in Telugu, I'll be making most of the videos in Telugu itself. So if you're a person who can speak Telugu as well, please check other videos of mine. If you liked our content, please do consider subscribing for regular updates. So see you tomorrow. Bye.